Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from East Rutherford. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
19 light. Cougar 19.
They kick the running back in motion. First play is to the air. Completed over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's a screen for Achane. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. They go play action on first down. Intercepted. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. That's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Go set. Set.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Jet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Set.
They go right back to Hall. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. 50.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Ready.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Got you Lions. Ready.
They'll go play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
From the gun on third down. Waddle makes the catch. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
First and 10, looking to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Go, lady. Start.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Darnold looking to throw. Set up the screen here for Hall. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Dose of the hurry up here.
Tackled back at the 44-yard line.
On with a quick pass out line. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Third down give to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Donald, fourth down. He finds him beyond the marker. That'll be the first and more. They're going to have goal to go as he stopped at the 6. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning into an explosive play.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes...
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And nope, not a chance in this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Just plays the design run. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Okay, ready?
In the huddle, here's first and goal.
Cougar 19. Purple 80.
Trying to run it in. H.A. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Hot quick right side. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, so there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. The Jets with an early lead. More from MetLife coming right up. We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Third down from the gun. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Dolphins 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Finds him over the middle. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
16 yards.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
39-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall once more. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Line is Darnold on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Chan again. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it would really break the backs of the defense.
They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
That's Pickens with a catch outright. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Jarvis Brownlee there to make that play. Come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. They'll drop this down to Chan. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Line up the design keeper. He gets him inside the 40. And that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
10 more yards.
So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. Stick around. There's more from MetLife Stadium now on the other side. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Finds his back. Chan manages a gain of 3 there. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Miami.
To throw here on first down. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down Miami.
17 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
And motion him out of the backfield left.
Ready.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Pass it down close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
The Jets take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Ready up.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Got you lying. Here we go. Here we go.
Chan has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Devon Chan with the touchdown. The Dolphins' extra point is up and good. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, Zach.
They start the drive with Holmes. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Darnold now to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
From the gun, it's on. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This one from 47 yards away. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start to have to give them all. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go, son.
Has him on the quick hitter. He has this down to the 34. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
On 1st down, here comes home. Will be yard at most there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
We're going to sign.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this.
Here goes, son.
He's back to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll throw to start the drive. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second down, looking for options. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Trying to get it on the keeper. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's some great field position.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Toss play. This is Hall. Trying to use that space outside, but found a defender instead. So no gain on first down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Now Darnold. Looking slant route, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
The quick pass out one. And he has the New York touchdown. The Jets making a 9-point advantage. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
Got it. Ready?
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Pickens, the motion man right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has a man, it's A-Chan. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looking in the air here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has it downfield, working the left. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Dolphins, 1st down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
7 Pirates, 79, 18, Robert, 18.
Throwing it again here. It is Cup, left side. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. We'll get 22 out of that play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
19, Tiger, 19, Chicago. 76, 79 Broncos.
Pass play now. Brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes. 3rd and long. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
Dolphins 21. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Smith on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
1st down now. Ball at the 33.
Here goes Sack.
He's going to run out of the pistol with Hall. And he'll ball his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Hall running between the tackles. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On the counter, Hall. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Try to run for it with Hall. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Come on, come on.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Dolphins down by only 3. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And the shotgun will give it to Achane. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock. This is one loses yards.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw. Holding left side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Hall running his own read. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, That leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. In the goal line. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Back to throw. Into the hands of Pickett. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Design quarterback run here. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. They call the timeout with 4 seconds remaining, and we're going to get ready to potentially see overtime. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Here's a design run. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Here's the timeout as expected. Just 1 second on the clock. A 3-point difference and overtime possibly on the way.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Let's go now.
They go to him again. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal. So the win goes to the Jets. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.